Wrecked, abandoned, or hazardous vessels can pose threats to the environment, local communities and economies. Through the Oceans Protection Plan, the Government of Canada continues to take action to address problem vessels and ensure owner accountability. The direction instructed the owner to relock. Today, we celebrate the outstanding leadership of Vernon Lewis of Onion Lake Cree Nation in Saskatchewan and Craig Casimel and Peter Luggie of Stellarton First Nation in British Columbia, the 2025 recipients of the National First Nations Water Leadership Award. This award highlights the critical role. Border Services officers searched the vehicle and found nicotine and unmarked tobacco products with an estimated combined market value of $114,000, including Border Services officers seized the goods and the vehicle. Following an investigation, CBSA criminal investigators laid multiple charges Monday. The Honorable Anita Anand, Minister of Foreign Affairs, spoke with Marco Rubio, United States Secretary of State, on Sunday. During the call, Minister Anand and Secretary Rubio discussed the urgent need for the United Nations Security Council to adopt a resolution authorizing a strengthened security. The Canadian Coast Guard's inshore rescue boat stations in Quebec are winding down seasonal maritime search and rescue services. The following stations in Quebec are already closed. The following stations will close on. The public can report an incident 24 hours a day, 365 days a year by calling the. As we begin respiratory infectious diseases season, the Government of Canada is investing in critical research infrastructure to ensure that public health and immunization programs are as effective as they can be in protecting the health of Canadians and that Canada is ready for future pandemics and. Charles Sousa, Member of Parliament for Mississauga, Lakeshore, on behalf of the Honourable Stephen Guilbeault, Minister of Canadian Identity and Culture and Minister responsible for official languages, together with Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, will participate in a Parks Canada and Histo. The summit will bring together thought leaders from across the public, private, academic and international spheres to explore how competition can help build a more affordable, prosperous, and resilient economy. Domestic and international experts will discuss actionable strategies to make markets war. Yesterday, the Honourable David J. McGuinty, Minister of National Defence, traveled to Washington, D.C. to meet with United States Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth. During yesterday's meeting, the two discussed the long-standing bilateral defense relationship and close military-to-military cooperation. As the humanitarian disaster in the Gaza Strip continues to unfold, there is an urgent need to scale up medical treatment of patients from Gaza. We, the undersigned, stand ready to provide support in the form of e.g. financial contributions, provision of medical staff or equipment needed for the TR. The Correctional Service of Canada and the Native Coup-Selling Services of Alberta are conducting a joint investigation into the circumstances surrounding the incident. Ensuring the safety and security of its correctional institutions, staff, and the public remains the highest priority of the correctee. The items seized included tobacco, marijuana, and shatter. The total estimated institutional value of these seizures is approximately $67,865. The Correctional Service of Canada uses a number of tools to prevent drugs from entering its institutions. These tools include ion scanners and Detector D. Audiences can embark on a touching cinematic road trip across Newfoundland at this year's SST. John's International Women's Film Festival, through local filmmaker Wanda Nolan's National Film Board of Canada short documentary The Muse. It's the hometown debut for Nolan's acclaimed film, which was just named Best. This past weekend, downtown Ottawa transformed into a vibrant hub of military camaraderie and athletic spirit as thousands gathered for the 18th edition of Canada Army Run, presented by BMO. From Friday to Sunday, events such as the Canadian Tire Race Expo and BMO Kids Zone took place ahead of the two standout National Film Board of Canada productions were recognized at this year's Toronto International Film Festival, reaffirming the NFB's excellence in cinema animation and documentary. Chris Lavassan Machek's Serbowski's stop-motion animated short The Girl Who Cried Pearls has received the show. A creative team comprising Quebec City-based filmmakers Francois Dubiant Guillaume Fournier and content producer Alison Van Rasselis currently shooting the feature-length documentary Pers les Étoiles filmed before during and after the history-making arrival of the celebrated Michelin Guide in Quebec, T. The Honourable Stephen Guilbeault, Minister of Canadian Identity and Culture and Minister responsible for official languages, made the following statement: "Tonight, at sunset, the Jewish New Year will begin." Rosh Hashanah is a two-day celebration for Jewish communities in Canada and around the world. The Honourable Anita Anand, Minister of Foreign Affairs, announced that she will join Prime Minister Mark Carney as part of Canada's delegation to the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly High-Level Week in New York City, New York. During High-Level Week, Minister Anand will engage the National Film Board of Canada selection at the 2025 Windsor International Film Festival will feature documentaries by acclaimed Ontario directors as well as groundbreaking stories by Indigenous filmmakers from across the country. WIFF will present a stellar selection of 6 NFB-produced and co-produced F. On September 19, the Royal Canadian Navy celebrated a new and long-lasting relationship with Nunavik. This vibrant Inuit community in northern Quebec and crew members of His Majesty's Canadian ship Frederick Rolette, who travelled from their home port of Halifax, Nova Scotia, came together during an OFIC. Arts and culture play a vital role in building strong, inclusive communities and in preserving the unique stories that shape Canada. Cultural spaces are more than venues for performance, they are places where people come together to celebrate heritage, creativity, and identity while also driving econ.